No competition is as ruthless as the Esports World Cup. Its trophy system is no exception. The Club Championship Trophy, awarded to the one club that rose above the rest and reigned supreme across all EWC games. The Game Trophy, when a competitor closes their eyes, it's all they see, and it's not complete until it's sealed with a champion's key. Every participant earns a key engraved with their name. That's their right to compete. This year, returning champions hold a key unlike any other. Only one can place their key into the Game Trophy and become an EWC champion. The frame of the champion's key is embedded into the totem, a stone marker of legacy displaying every champion of the year. The keys of the eliminated will be crushed. The champion selects 3 broken keys as a personal token, a reminder of who they have humbled. Beneath the totem, a resin block holds the remaining keys, a graveyard of fallen contenders. Will your dreams be broken or your name carved in gold and stone? At EWC, nothing is granted, everything is earned.
Welcome to the Esports World Cup. The 16 best players in the world have converged here for all of your viewing entertainment and most importantly, for glory. The road will not be easy, but at the end, we will know who is truly the champion of Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. I am one of your hosts, Hollywood, Rob TV, and I am joined here with the illustrious Milos. What's up with you, brother?
Rob, it is an absolute pleasure to be here by your side and celebrate history here in our wonderful game of Fatal Fury. But you're talking about a City of the Wolves. It is absolutely a set of wolves here because 16 players, the best of the best in a Fatal Fury, landed in Riyadh only a few days ago. Each one of them with a key, but only one will place it here and seal it in our trophy. So how about we say hello to all of our players, all 16. We're starting off with Group D. And first up are 4 from the 16 for Group D. From Peru, representing Gedide Zone, the Tio. From Taiwan, it's RB. From South Korea, representing Weibo Gaming, Pumko. And last but not least, from Japan, representing Hometown Heroes, Team Falcons, Mach.
Oh, they like that. They like that.
They love them.
Falcons. Okay. Okay, the crowd ready. I'm not gonna lie to you. That first group is looking kind of serious, Milos. They looking nice. But you do know we got to keep that same standard going. Let's go ahead and get into Group C. Our first player from Group C, fighting out of Mexico, Dark Angel! From Japan, King Devil, also known as the Golden Fatty. That is the direct translation. Fighting game god, Nemo! And last but not least, we know who this is. The anime god, best defense in the game. None other than Go Ichi!
Rob.
They're hype right now. Hold on. Milos, what's going on in here? We got the Olay going?
We're in the home of Team Falcons, right? There has to be fans in the arena. And actually, let's move on to Group B. First up, from Taiwan, representing T1, it's VJC! Now representing All Gamers AG from the USA, it's Reynold! He's out of this world. From Taiwan still, representing Team Falcons, it's ED! And finally, from Japan, representing Cyclops Athlete Gaming Osaka, his captain is adaptability, he's Fedrich! They're biased to one side or the other here, Rob. It's clear.
I like that. Sometimes you got to play away games, sometimes home games. The greats get it done under all circumstances. Speaking of greats, we got 4 of those coming up right now. Group A. Let's go ahead and introduce them. First and foremost, none other than the grappler god, Koji K-O-G! Fighting out of the United States, he should already have a chest full of medals. Multi-fighting game god, Chris G! And of course, this man plays everything, always with the long-range characters. It is none other than XYZZY! And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the king himself, the one who sits atop the throne, we are talking about none other than Xiao Hai! He's gonna be hard to stop today.
Absolutely will be. Absolutely will be. We have to start off our match, though, Rob. So please, gentlemen, come down to your seats and get set. Wait, are my eyes seeing this right? XYZZY, please. Xiao Hai?
First match of the day, and we're getting Xiao Hai versus XYZZY. You cannot make it up. I'm assuming that we might even see the Billy Mirror. Who knows? If so, it's interesting because XYZZY played the character first, but Xiao Hai is Xiao Hai. Who's gonna get it done?
I'm very much looking forward to this. And remember, this is just the opener of our group stage. Let's send it to our commentators.
Well, how do you like that, Colt? What a response to all of those players showing up. What about that crowd, man?
The crowd is insane. We are at the nest itself. The Falcons have come out. They are spreading their wings. But of course, it is no slouch what they will be fighting. More than 16 players of the Wolfpack have gathered here, Deal Hell Pockets. And we are going to have a fantastic day of some refined Fatal Fury.
Oh, man, I can't wait, man. It's all come down to this. This is the most tremendous weekend and the short lifespan of this. This game is only 3 months old, 3.5 months old, and we are already at the most important weekend of the game's lifespan so far.
It's a test by fire, not only for these fans, not only for the game, but of course for these 16 champions who from all around the world have gathered here, of course representing some of the most important and dominant esports organizations in the world. Look at that crowd and that scenario, Pockets.
I think they figured out who their favorites are. You know,
Yeah,
it seems
yeah,
like the
I
Falcons might have a
little
home
bit of
field
a bias.
advantage here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A little bit of a home field advantage here. Never hurt anybody. Definitely love to see the energy from anybody in the crowd. We definitely, as SNK fans, are no stranger to insane energy in the crowd, and I'm glad that the folks out here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, are meeting the challenge there.
And what a way to start, Pockets. Look at this. That's the man at the top, the king of the Zenith, Xiao Hai, the one who has to be reached. And of course, he's fighting one of the strongest players, in my opinion, in this tournament. Of course, we are talking of XYZZY, the man from Korea, and of course, representing Falcons. He's gonna get that energy. But if we know something here in the SNK community, Pocket, is dealing with those shouts from the crowd who wants you to lose. I am sure Xiao Hai is more than ready to fight against all odds.
Yeah, Xiao Hai definitely no stranger to people yelling things at him in the middle of a high-stakes match. Absolutely at home in that environment and totally ready to, well, I won't say upset everybody because, let's face it, he is the favorite to take everything this weekend as he is a previous EWC champion for Street Fighter 6. And they told him, like, hey, you might have did good at Street Fighter 6 last year, but bring it over here, brother. You're up first.
And that's a man walking on the path of legend, because how many other players will be able to say they want a 2 times situation, a 2 times world champion here at the ECW, the Esports World Cup? Man, things are going to get incredibly high.
Yeah, no, a two-peat is on the docket right now. It is in play. This would be unprecedented. Shanghai with the ability, the opportunity to take 2 EWC championships home in basically 2 years, back to back. Like, you want to talk about setting records, setting the standard. We've been talking all weekend, all year about this game, writing the history for Fatal Fury in real time, right in front of us, because there are no Fatal Fury champions of the current era. There are no gods of Fatal Fury in the current era. These people here on stage that showed up, these 16 individuals are the current candidates.
That's completely right. Of course, all of them are looking at not only that prize, but of course that incredible trophy that we'll be able. Look at this, man. We have a complete crowd fighting here on the side of XYZZY. They even have that incredible pendant with the faces of these players. Like, never in the history of FGC I have seen a soccer-like crowd. Of course, we are getting everything ready with the button check. You know, we need these guys to play on their top level. And here's in the Falcons Nets itself, this Esports Amazon Arena. We are ready to roll. Everyone is here. I can't wait for this to start, Pocket. We are going to the character selection screen. I am telling you guys, I am watching what's happening, and we are almost there. We are almost ready.
So this is going to be an interesting matchup. Obviously, XYZZY starting his Fatal Fury City of the Wolves career during the beta, playing Preacha, switched over to Billy Kane at the game's release because he had been apparently eyeballing him for quite some time at that point. And recently, as of CEO, as far as we know publicly, Shanghai unveiling the Billy Kane and winning CEO, winning the belt. And basically we're seeing like how much of a time difference really matters here, right? The guy playing it since the game's release versus the guy who picked him up a couple weeks ago.
That's completely right, Pockets. I am so excited to see what's going to happen. I am having high hopes of XYZZY to bring this to the last match. Remember, this is, of course, a first of 3, a best of 5, because of the clamor of the public, because the Esports World Cup decided to listen to the players. We are going to run this for a lot of rounds, as I believe it's a nice way to play, at least now at the start of this competitive era of the City of the Wolves.
Hey man, what a hell of a way to start. You know, like some people say it needs more time to cook, but these guys with $1 million and a prize pot on the line and a short amount of time to make it happen rose to the occasion. So
okay.
I think that if anything, we're going to see some animal style fighting game action right now.
At least. This is again also one of the great things that I am enjoying about this game and this season, as we are opening on the history of City of the Wolves, is the fact that you can see these players getting used and exploiting the mechanics of the game a little by little more. They are starting to learn how to cook. They are starting to learn the advanced stuff, and it's going to be fantastic to see.
No, you're right, Cole. With each major, the approach to the game is altered just enough that people either give up on characters entirely or the entire community goes all in on them. We saw everybody go all in on Marco. We saw a lot of people started going in on Kine early, and now people are all going in on Billy Kane. Will this be another dramatic shift in the storyline of Fatal Fury's meta?
And of course, Shanghai can say that I picked him day one.
It's probably not, because we're seeing a lot of Billies already.
A lot of Billies today, but he is most likely the original one. The thumbs have been set up. The buttons have been checked, and we are ready to start the road to those millions of dollars. The Falcon, look at that. The wings are flapping, my friend. They are flying right now.
All right, here we go. No more button checks. It is time to get down to business.
You are completely right, and fastly Shanghai makes the first introduction. But look at that, XYZZY makes a fast approach, getting the grab, trying to set up something. Little by little, the pressure is gonna take him into the corner. But a little bit of a pause over there, playing on the middle range. That, of course, is one of the places we love the most.
I mean, obviously, both of these guys fully aware of what they want to happen with this character and what they don't want to happen to them. Getting knocked down, absolute pain in the you-know-what for Billy Canes, as they lack a lot of defensive options outside of using metered reversals.
Ooh, look at this.
And despite all that, Xiaohai has been knocked down twice, and Zizzy has not been able to really capitalize on either one of those. Already at the life deficit. Gets the low B as an opener. What's up next?
He decided to not expend much with that opening.
And it's interesting, well, I was going to say you weren't seeing it. Well, there's a just defend. You weren't seeing a lot of blocking going on because blocking in this scenario, Billy Kane able to crank up your rev gauge so considerably considerably, while now utilizing a lot of his own rev gauge to do so. It's almost like blocking him is to your own detriment.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to say take the hit, but hey, better than getting guard broken sometimes.
Billy for sure is able to bring the pressure. And why are you breaking buttons, boy? It's his turn.
Maybe thought the throw was coming, but hey, that meaty was there 2 days ago.
And we are going to bring the flames up perfect over here. What a declaration from Xiaohai, taking game number 1. Still a long road ahead, Pockets, but KSG owns. Xiaohai has made the first statement.
Hey man, you know, where he's used to definitely setting the tone of a match whenever he gets the opportunity to. Now it's on XYZZY, aka Zizzy, to make this happen in his favor. At least give him something to think about.
Ooh, look at this. Yet again, Xiaohai finding the opening. Both of them trying to read out that SPG with the first strike. Now XYZZY has to play this of principles.
Excellent guard cancel from Zizzy there. I was going to point out that despite the fact that, you know, you're going to see a lot of Billy's here, Billy not the best guard canceler in the game, especially against himself.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to take a lot of real pinpoint accuracy decisions on the part of the Billy in either what direction to really take advantage of that. And Zizzy showing like, hey, I've seen these scenarios, I've got a game plan.
And I think you have called one of the most important abilities in a mirror match, Pocket, the decision making. Like, you will have to take out and use your resources in the best possible way. Even more in this range, right? Like, Billy loves to play in that middle range. Look at that, all
That's
those
where he's the strongest almost.
delicious just defense, all to deliver this punish, and of course get the turn. Sadly, the red blow is not gonna land, and we get hot.
The cross under low B. You're gonna see that low B a lot because it has such great extension on it, and it's super hard to push block him out of range of anything afterwards. He gets the low A afterwards anyway. It's almost like you might as well not even bother to rev guard.
The big investment of XYZZY is starting to pay. He has the advantage, and 26% in the overheat. He will be able to dominate here, Xiaohai, and of course the crowd is gonna screech that roar because his boy, their boy, has just taken game number 2.
Yeah, you gotta imagine they're going bonkers in the crowd right now. Zizzy with a great adjustment here in the second game. And wow, there we go. Yeah, they've been waiting for this one.
A complete spectacle, the one that we are enjoying here. Let's witness it together with you out there at home. Share the stream, bring the people. I know it's early in the morning in many places, other will be very late in the night. But who is not scared or sleepy is XYZZY who comes out swinging.
Yeah, you're going to see like the Billies go for the low B a lot more often now because, like I said before, it has great extension on it, sets up a lot of his safe pressure, and once again, he's not going to utilize a lot of his own rev gauge to crank up yours, and if you just take the hit, he can put the damage on you like nobody else.
Xiaohai runs that back, and the punish is here. Try to maintain something, sadly he gets into the corner a little bit, but XYZZY has no turn. Come here, no, the backdash.
Yeah, it's messed up, ain't it?
Yeah, you are in the blender, bro. You have to keep defending.
He can keep on pulling you back in, and you're like, man, I can put a reversal on him if I want to spin the meter, but I don't know if he's beating that. I saw Nemo do that to ET, CEO, and I don't know if that's like the move, so maybe I'll try backdashing, and he whips the low B, but the low A cancels from that, so really difficult to get away from.
Completely. You are completely right. That's why this character right now is so favored by the players all over the world. So let's see. We're going to go with the ignition gear, and the pressure is on. Go to Gallegos. Oh, he wanted to go with the pogo, but he's going to get punished for his trouble.
Yeah, so I think he had a free overhead there. I don't know.
He believed too much, Pockets. Just a little bit too much, but of course...
Had it again.
Yeah, like, if it doesn't work, but XYZZY is more than ready. He's telling, no, bro, if you're gonna be giving gifts, I'm gonna take them.
I think, you know, Xiaohai is feeling like, okay, it's early. This is threat 5. Couple opportunities for me to, like, be a little creative on offense here.
He had the round advantage, of course. He defensively, he had a chance to be a little bit creative, but XYZY has proven to be more than ready for the Shanghai shenanigans.
Shanghai not looking incredibly dominant here. Zizzy definitely giving him all he can handle. And I gotta think, man, like, what if Zizzy puts him down round one? That's definitely gonna bust some brackets early. Shanghai not trying to let that happen at all. Not even trying to let it get close to that.
But I was telling you, man, like XYZY has a good chance. He's a great player. He has
Why do you challenge that?
He's a very dangerous Billy. The challenge, you say, there is no respect right here by XYZY.
Maybe that's a super was an option there, but he just missed the options. Didn't want to spin the rev gauge. I'm pulling him back in, I guess. Might have been too far away.
That's some fleshy hit.
What a challenge from Shanghai.
You are not gonna go and lead this parade. You are gonna stay down with the 2-1. Shanghai stepping up to the challenge. Look at that.
And from that distance, a lot of people will just let the Billy rock, you know, with the rev spin there, with the rev stick spin. Like, a lot of people will just let him walk in on you like that. Shanghai just saying, like, nope, you've got like maybe one or two options from that distance, and neither one of them are really gonna hit.
Love. Look at this. Yet again, back into it.
Yeah, man, that's a tremendous feather in the cap for Shanghai. And you can see Zizzy's kind of stung by that. He's like, damn, you're not even gonna let me, like, utilize a 2-frame window?
It's clearly a lot of checks, a lot of tests. That
Not gonna let me just do no fake strings?
Look at the, ooh!
No gaps allowed?
You are not going to jump. Like, these guys are more than ready, Pocket. You are perfectly analyzing the situation. Another ignition gear.
Yeah, he's like, no more fake stuff, brother.
No. You have to speak the truth here.
The only real Billy strings allowed here.
Let's see, patience over here by Shanghai XYZY, of course, now on a situation.
Yeah, look, he's already up at 50% rev gauge, and Shanghai hadn't spent anything. So got the medium crow speed. This is gonna be a lot of damage.
The challenge over there was not what XYZY needed. He's out of SPG right now.
He's almost close to overheating himself.
Oh, look at that. Yes. You are going to play here. Here in Riyadh, we have been getting overheat all day, more than 40 degrees Celsius. But right now, XYZY is feeling the heat, but he is going to step up to that challenge.
Hit confirmed, that's what you got to do. One more touch is not going to win. Oh, but he's still overheated. He can't really, like, force the issue there.
Oh, the chase. Look at
chase
that.
close D, yeah, man. It's difficult. That's going to do it, man. Down goes Zizzy, and Shanghai moving on.
He's going down into the lower bracket. The hands has to be shaken. Sadly, for this time, for the crowd here at the Amazon Esports Arena, their boy was unable to fly yet again. Shanghai demonstrating that he is the man racing above everyone else right now, Pockets.
It's such a volatile scenario, just trying to hold your own and on defense against Billy when you're not even playing a Billy yourself. I imagine it's even worse when you just don't have the defensive capabilities of like 90% of the cast to really expose those great guard cancel opportunities that Zizzy was trying to take advantage of, had showcased, but just wasn't enough.
And so many challenges, that the instinct that Shanghai has to be punishing those challenges in the right way every time. Of course, the confirmations were right there. XYZY was feeling the heat.
And them empty jump close Ds were definitely blowing up Zizzy's attempt to, like, maybe tech the throws or backdash. It just didn't react in time and didn't react correctly.
What I really love, Pocket, was those moments where XYZY was reading the instinct. We saw it with that under dash, able to reach and find the hit. But in the end, Shanghai was still too strong.
Yeah, he was. And speaking of which, man, I think we got some words with him coming up. Let's see what's going on the floor.
Let's go.
First off, congratulations, Shanghai. Oh, the fans still hype. Okay, they got some love for you in here, Shanghai. Congratulations on your first win. What I wanted to ask you is, you have been competing in SNK games for so long. What does it feel like to see how far that is taking you and how far the game has expanded?
首先，恭喜小孩战胜了你的第一个对手。你呢，已经打了 SNK 的游戏，打了在这个电竞环境里面打了这么多年了。现在能看到 SNK 游戏在他们整个电竞环境走到现在这个地位上，你有什么感受呢？
我很高兴，我打了 SNK 游戏可能 打了30年了，第一次我还能坚持到他能站上这么个舞台，我很庆幸，很荣幸，我会好好打好这个比赛。
I am very happy. I'm absolutely jubilant because I've been playing SNK games for almost 30 years now. And, you know, being able to see its growth from back in the day till this stage at the Esports World Cup, it makes me so happy, it makes me so fulfilled, and I will definitely be doing my best to push it forward and to do my absolute best at this tournament.
Okay, love to hear that, Xiaohai. I love the positivity. But you know, I also like a little bit of smoke, a little bit of drama. They say heavy is the head that wears the crown, ladies and gentlemen. And we all know that these players here are gunning for you. They think that you are the best, at least most of the fans do. How does it feel to know that all the other competitors have prepped hard for you? Does it make you nervous?
对，因为你作为卫冕冠军嘛，是众所周知的一种就是目标，然后所有其他选手都会针对你，都会专门对你做出一定的研究，而且还有那个战术上面的针对。就想问你，你知道这一点，感觉有压力吗？
我感觉还蛮痛苦的，因为如果不算上台湾的话，中国大陆就我一个人，我来到这里我都不敢跟别人练习，我怕我的招式被他的同伴一起研究，所以我只能自己去练。但尽管如此，我也会打好它。我不管遇到什么样的过程，我都会做好它。
I definitely feel the pressure. Being the only Chinese representative here at this tournament, I have no other practice partners that I can confidently practice with, because anyone that I do scrim or practice with will definitely be studying my playstyles and, you know, finding out ways to counter me. So I definitely feel the pressure in that sense, but that won't stop me from doing my best, from doing everything that I can to clinch the championship.
Love that answer right there. Spoken like a true champion, ladies and gentlemen. We seen Xiaohai under pressure last year in another title, and he was able to get it done here at EWC, and he is trying to repeat and do the exact same thing. Let's go ahead and send things over to our casters.
Hey, man, you know, you heard it straight from the king's mouth himself. He is not exactly super comfortable, but ready for all challengers.
Yeah, man, and he understands the pressure. He knows that everybody is studying him. Everybody wants his number, but Xiaohai, he's hard to get.
Well, so
he will be keeping that close to heart.
The funny thing about that, though, is like, man, I wanted him to say, you know, I do this every year, bro. Like, come on.
I am the form of water. I will take unlimited number of forms in order to stay at the top. That's it, but Pockets, the reality is here. One of your boys, one of the Stars and Stripes representatives has arrived here. Chris G will be facing who, my dear Hellpocket?
Koji KOG, grappler extraordinaire, multi-game beast extraordinaire, but also Chris G.
Another
multi-game beast in himself, you know? And, you know, I'm gonna be honest right now. I definitely had a moment with Chris G at Combo Breaker 2025 where I had to grab him by the ear and say, hey, bro, you need to start believing in yourself. You're in top 8 on winner's side. That's no accident.
Against many monsters.
And a lot of people said that neither you nor Reynolds nor anybody else from the U.S. was going to make top 8. And people call me a biased commentator for that. And I'll be honest, I was.
Of course.
Because I was being challenged by many individuals, both online and offline. And what do you know?
He's here.
He made top 3.
And he is here, no other that in one of the most prestigious and maybe one of the most competitive events of esports so far for this game and many others. So let's see, because yet again, KOG is part of the Billy Brigade, and that's not the best news for Chris G, but of course he's most done great.
I know I say he's a grappler extraordinaire, but not feeling the grapplers in this game quite yet, so he has opted for Billy. Had a tremendous showing at CEO 2025, and he's looking to continue that great showing of Billy into the near future. But Chris G also might be a little comfortable with this matchup as we're seeing him currently.
You were talking about the future where Chris G wants to walk right into there. KOG finally fights back. Gets away of the corner, fighting his way out. Little by little gets Chris G into overheat. He will try to face this
Gotta break
legit
that guard. Yeah. Oh, the challenge at the
Love
end
the
says the
challenge.
window
Press the
was
button.
not tight enough, man.
As you were saying before, in this event, you only have to speak truth with your buttons pockets.
Especially against a character like CoTW who has the 4-frame low A, it's really difficult, especially for Billy, who's got nothing near a 4-framer, to really do any fake screens against the kid. Chris just needed the match there.
Guys, that was so close for a grab pop.
Oh, he caught him.
To get it, but look at this. This is perfect situation for Chris G.
And he overheated himself looking for that air rev blow. And
this is the way you capitalize pocket. You bring the pressure. Yeah,
that's going to be the game for Chris G.
Let's go. Get the rainbow, then the shurikens to end. Chris G is feeling nice.
I would imagine right now that he feels like $1 million.
Oh, look at him.
Because he's like, wow, you're gonna burn yourself. You're gonna overheat yourself.
Yeah.
Well, with a rev blow, and you're gonna use the air rev blow. It gives me all day to whip punish, and then I'm gonna get like 2 sequences for the end of the first game. Absolutely.
And sign
Let's
that
keep
victory.
that going.
Tying that victory on his name. Immediately, very interesting that we see KOG immediately going back into it. Chris G is the one taking a little bit of time right now as we see a little bit of information from this place. Look at that stage, man. Where else can you see something of this caliber?
Hey, man, that stage is tight. But what's even tighter is the fact that Chris G played that first round so aggressively that he almost overheated himself. Ended up getting overheated anyway, but did not lose the momentum one bit, and that's good City of the Wolves.
Yeah, completely right. Like, when you get into overheat, the best thing you can do is keep going. Oh, what a jump in over here by KOG.
Yeah, that shuriken from Chris G there, definitely too close from a very active Billy to really be throwing that out. And there it is again. Got to be careful. And Billy does have a button that can punish that, as you saw just there. And if you get the counter hit from the landing frames on that, you get to pretty much go into almost anything that's available.
This is big. KOG is trying to get out of the corner, but Chris G has been making the reads. Finally, he gets inside. The Japanese player is going to have a chance right here as the pressure keeps going on.
And you're seeing here also tomorrow also suffering from a lack of defensive options here that don't require a meter. And Chris G not looking for the reversal super yet. Close to getting guard broken again.
They are trying to go for it. Nice. What a really great reaction. As you said, you cannot allow these Billies to tell lies.
Still might get guard broken anyway. There it is. And it just needed one more hit to make it happen. And he spent the bar for the reversal. Could not hold on to the momentum.
That was expensive for sure.
Yes.
Money in the ground. But Chris G can make this back, that's for sure. Of course, KOG has a full set of resources. And now the pressure is on, because we know we are getting knocked out of that SPG, my dear Hellpack.
Yeah, beautiful punish on the elevator attack there. Not a lot of people swinging on that, but Chris G with the optimal punch with the down C, holding on to the corner pressure, and Koji taking a lot of big risks, just jumping out against this character who pretty much has air superiority over the Billy, in my opinion.
Okay, with the red, with the ignition gear, we're gonna get Hoku tomorrow against the corner. The pressure is on from Koji. Maintaining the stop, the neutral jump is not gonna
get overheated again.
No, trying to go for everything, trying to get Chris G away from his resources, but again, the ignition gear is gonna hit.
And there it is again. He cannot afford to let go of it. He got it again.
Nice.
That's gonna be the round for Chris G.
And what you were saying, like he is not getting scared in the overheat situation. He's going forward.
Exactly, because he knows he can't afford to let that offense loop too many times. The Billy is able to overheat you so quickly without spending a lot of resources on his end. And then once he overheats you, then he can rev dump on you to break the guard.
The read using the SPG armor in order to push forward. But of course, KOG, is not going to slouch here, trying to keep Chris G always in overheat. That's like the strategy in Koji.
And it's crazy to say right now, but Chris G cannot afford to block here. It's crazy, right? I know, but it's like if he blocks, it's probably going to be a guard break.
It's going to be expensive, of course.
Here we go.
And Koji is going to get
he jumped that? No!
Wow! So late.
Was not ready for the just defend on the end of that fireball super.
The overheat is going to save his life. He didn't have a chance to continue that.
Cooldown, Chris G.
Great stuff over there. Chris G punishing with perfect spacing. We are looking at amazing stuff from NY.